Introduce you to the AIO. It has a totally different interface. This is called Aura interface, which get integrated with the AIO. Now, what happens is that you need to compile your app accordingly and package it so that your app gets featured in the Aura interface. Here is my app, Break and Bounce. Uh, the coolest thing about AIO is that you can just move this interface around, so it's a great user interface. Now if I click on my application, it opens up. If I click on play, the game opens up. Now this game is all about different levels that are there, and more than one person can play at a time. There are different levels attached to it. This is just the main interface. Here also you can have a look. If I use both of my fingers over here, touch it, the objects break. This was my concept of the game. These balls roll away. Now if I just tap the ball, it splits off. Now if I go to the first level, it is called Break and Bounce 1. Here there is a cube, one sphere and one capsule. Now this also uses the multi-touch. If I just tap on this, this splits up. Now if I do again and again, it has its more splitting effect. It gives a great look and feel to the game, and we can have like enjoy the movements and play together. You can tap again and again and the objects just breaks around. Let me just go back. You click the back to menu screen and it goes back to the main menu. Now Break and Bounce 2. Different ball. This is the metallic ball, and this is the cube. The concept is the same. The objects are different. Now if I just use multi-touch, this it splits up. Can do again and again, it splits again. The idea would be to just split it again and again to different parts. Now same thing with different objects. It gives a great 3D kind of feel, so you can enjoy the game very much. It is enjoyable for kids also, and anybody, any of other age group. Tap it and now these are atom balls. I have had an idea so to power up the atom balls. Now if I just use multi-touch, it gets splits up again. Kind of cool GUI for the game. Same over here. Different objects. This is an additional level called Catch the Eggs. Now there is a totally different idea. If two persons want to play Catch the Egg, what will they do? They can fight over these buckets and they can just catch the eggs. Like if I fight over catch the egg, and he tries to do it. So two players at time, and also splits these balls. This is a normal flocking scenario where you can have fun getting to know about the idea of locking, and use touch to move these balls. So these objects tries to gather around the main object over here, splitting effect, everything. So it's kind of a different GUI that's been given. RoboBounce is something like the same splitting effect with the robots. I click on this, robots get split up. Same over here. Good. The more I split, the more robots you get. So small kids like robots and all. This level is meant for them. Easy to move around with multi-touch. RoboBounce 2. See the split effect, and the multi-touch is working. Take him here. Third RoboBounce. It's a total another flocking idea. Now you can move this robot around it to try to move here, again over here. So different kind of things to that I have experimented. Now when you click on exit, the application closes. So Aura interface is a total different idea from the Lenovo, and we need to integrate our apps using say the inner setup or the advanced installer, as well as the Visual Studio project. One thing in mind that we need to do is you need to have a icon that should be 128 into 128 pixel in size, one XML config file that should have the settings for the Aura interface and the exe. As it is this application is built in Unity, there are additional files like the data files for that. It needs to be integrated, and Aura interface is going to stay. This is a different kind of interface to interact with the new set of AIOs that are coming up.